Hello, hello! Happy Friday!
Woohoo! It's Friday again.
And welcome to AFO Radio. I am Mag, and that's my co-host Darren Tay from An Honest Mistake.
Woohoo!
He's in the dark today. He's testing whether his neon hair works or not.
Yeah, it does work. It does work. It's just that the video is also flipped because it's actually on my right side, but the video is flipped. So, yeah, but it's good. Welcome to AFO Radio to pop up stage because today we've got two very very special artists and they are really really cool. They just put out a track. No, actually, the first artist just put out a track today. It releases
Today, I
today.
know.
Yeah.
It's like brewing and waiting to be released on the
Yeah,
show.
yeah, yeah. It's gonna be very cool. So let's find out a little bit more, and let's not waste anybody's time. Let's jump right into it. Okay, let's go. Kelvin
All right.
Young, everybody, the guitar god of Penang.
Woohoo!
Hello, hi everybody. How you guys doing?
Hey,
It's a
welcome
nice
to the show,
Friday.
Calvin. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Keeping creative. It's a nice day. Good weather.
I
And you guys are
realized
good.
from the 5 minutes that I was talking to him just now, he's a very positive person, In this current situation, we need more people like Kelvin.
Penang fellas lah. Penang fellas usually quite positive. I'm from Penang too, so I'm always positive.
I think it's the air, But Darren, you're so different from Kelvin. Kelvin is like really a breath of fresh air kind of thing. I think the KL air got into you, Darren,
Yeah
You need
lah,
to
I
go
think
back
so
to
lah.
Penang.
Yeah.
You guys gotta come over to Penang, man. The borders are already open. Just drop by, man.
Exactly.
Drop by.
I think that
Get
would
some
be a good
beach.
plan.
Get some seawater. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
how, okay, you said we gotta keep being creative, we gotta stay creative. So how have you kept yourself creative despite everything that's been going
Well,
on?
Well, before this, everything is live, right? Before this, as in we actually perform live. So when that was no longer allowed due to MCO and all the complications, then of course, you can still write music. If you can't perform music, then you can write music. You can do production. You can do whatever you can do with a computer at home.
Yep.
So, today, technology is very different, right? Like from before, all you need is very simple equipment, some DAWs, which you can even download for free, like Reaper,
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can make music. Anyone can make music, so you should make music.
Wow. So there you go. So I hope all
Yeah.
musicians have actually used that time productively lah. But otherwise,
Exactly.
if you were, getting a break, that's fine too. Because I understand sometimes you get too busy as well, right?
Yeah, but I mean, a whole year of a break is a bit too much, lah. I feel.
Of course
as
not,
as a
lah.
musician, you want to be creative, but at the same time, you want to be out performing too, So, and that's like
Exactly,
for a lot of
yes.
musicians, that's kind of like the life, You can't just be in the studio. I mean, of course, there are some, people who just belong in the studio. They produce music and then they just constantly churn out music. But for us, for Kelvin, for myself, and for a lot of artists that we know, it's really about the live show. And
Of course.
yeah, the entire year has really changed a lot of things, but it has also taught us a lot as well. Kelvin has gone into a few things, production and stuff. I've started, making music at home, which is great. So, it's not all bad lah.
Of course not. There is
Right,
there is
right,
still a
right,
glimmer
right.
of hope at the end of the day,
Of
lah.
course,
Okay.
of course.
So let's talk about what's brewing today. You have dropped a single. It is released today, correct?
Yes.
So tell us more.
It's right. It's something I did over the MCO. So I have some tracks which I have been lying, like some ideas that I have been lying around for a while, but not really happy with those things. But I've always been busy with the live shows and work and everything. So when MCO happened, it's like, hey, if this is all I have, I'm taking it, because you have no excuse. You have all the hours and everything at home. And then I actually took that time to actually revisit all these old ideas and actually put everything together. And then I got JD, on board, and I engaged him. And JD's been working on Darren's tracks and has been working on my tracks for like years. He knows what I want. He knows my sound. So, I engaged him and I took all this whole bunch of music. I revisited everything. And then I told myself, this year, I'm going to finally just take this time to complete everything. So of course, the track that I'm releasing today, which is the Dinosaur Party, is something I did over the MCO. So at home you have the kids running around, right? So the kids are running around, they're making a lot of noise, and they scream and they do what they do. They do what kids do. So with a handphone, I actually recorded some of their babblings and their laughter and their giggles. And my youngest one actually, he loves dinosaurs, right? So of course, when he sees a dinosaur, he will scream. So he has like some dinosaur toys lying around the house. So I made him I was playing with him and we made him say dinosaur because I think it sounds cute the way he says it. I captured that and actually put that in a song. And lo and behold, one after another, we have some ideas, coming up after that. And then I put everything together and became a cute song. So there you have it. Dinosaur Party.
Wow, that's brilliant.
Yeah,
So
that's actually my first thought when I heard it. I was like, okay, these voices, couldn't have been sampled. They are probably your kids, actually saying it. So I figured like, okay,
Yes, yes. It's also something for me to remember.
Yeah.
For me to remember the time by. So it's like I get to freeze a moment in time in a song.
yeah,
Because the kids they grow up fast,
very fast,
right?
yes.
And I don't think they will be that game to do what I'm asking them to do right now.
Not when they're 16
Like
for sure.
Yeah, they were like, stay away from me. So like right now, I still can get them to do these cute things and cooperate with me. So like I got two kids, two sons. So the younger one, he's doing the whole dinosaur thing. He screams, he's playing around. So I captured that on phone. The older one, the elder one, I actually gave him a mic and I actually guided him through some of the parts of the track.
Yep.
And I made him go la 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 la, and he actually did that part.
Wow.
So I got two of my kids to actually be part of the song.
Nice.
Wow, that's
So, yeah.
brilliant. So they are featured in the song and it's also inspired by them, I would have to say so, isn't it?
Yes, of course. That whole idea, came out from just watching them and listening to them play, and then I put everything together and it turned into a song.
Nice.
Now, of course, to hold everything down a little bit, I chipped in a little bit of my own la la las, and I got Hazel, also a very established singer, to actually lend her voice as well. So together we have a more stable chorus for the part.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow, that's brilliant. Now I can't wait to hear the whole song because I want to hear his kids being featured on the song as well. That's a good thing if your dad's a songwriter and he produces his own music as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something we get to do. I'm going
Yeah,
because it's not like an effects pedal,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you want a distortion pedal, you got to buy, but hey, it's a kit.
Yeah.
So you can't buy a kit.
So I think this is
and just use that
where
kit for a
it's
moment.
really unique about music making, that is not just about guitars and drums. It's about the things that you can record as well. I actually heard a track that was recorded using a car.
Wow.
Like the rev of the engine, and the doors closing, doors opening, the gears shifting and stuff like that. So and then it's made into a song and it's pretty cool.
Very nice.
So I guess elements like that, can be put into a song and be
Yep.
made into something like a masterpiece.
Absolutely.
This season has been quite an eye opener for me because I did spend a little bit more time listening than usual, because before this we'd be so entrenched in doing what we want to do, perform live, rehearse, perform live, rehearse, work, perform live, rehearse, so deep into what we are doing.
Yep.
But since now we don't have shows, I actually spend a lot of time just actually rediscovering and discovering new music.
That's brilliant.
There's just so many amazing talents out there. I'm like, okay, let's try something new. Let's see what everybody else is doing. So I just went into the deep rabbit hole of YouTube, and then one thing led to another. Like, whoa, it's mind blowing to see what's going on out there.
Wow, that's brilliant. That's brilliant.
It's true, man. As musicians, sometimes you just get so caught up with what you know,
Yep.
and then you get so caught up with all the things that you're doing that you got no time to actually pause and like refill your knowledge.
Yes.
And sometimes it's good also. So I guess this entire year, has been good for I guess the ones that are more positive and the ones that are productive. You just try to reinvent, or you can create new stuff, Yeah, so there's just more time for discovery lah.
I don't know how some of these guys do it. They can just continuously produce and make music like non-stop. Like for me, I always find it to be a breath of fresh air to be able to take that break. And I'm usually most productive and most creative when I actually get that break.
Yeah.
Like I don't try to write a song, I don't try to force something out,
Yeah.
and just give myself that space.
Yeah.
And every time after a moment of having that space, I'm able to do something.
Yep.
But I know some musicians out there are crazy. They can just continuously like write song week after
No,
week,
it's
write
only
songs. and
yeah.
make
So
music.
there are two types of people, like ones that are like us, where we write a bunch and then we play live, and then there's a bunch where they don't really play live that much, or they do music like 100% full time and producing music, writing music. That's what they do, Whereas for us, although this is our full time job, we have other jobs that supplement this as well. Like you got your
Correct.
events and
That's true.
organizing and all this kind of stuff. So it all kind of like fills up your space. Whereas these guys, all they do is just play music. For example, like guys like Ichika and Yvette and all that. Like those guys, they just play music all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Okay, going back to
Yeah.
the track, is this the first time though you featured your children on your track?
Very first time.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So it would be a
Yep.
wonderful way for them to actually look back in time and say, okay, 2020 was the year we were locked down at home, and this is what we have, like a memorabilia in a way. So wow, that's amazing what you've done, because they may not realize it today, but someday when they're way into their mid-20s, when they look back, they're like, wow, my father did this. It's cool.
That was actually my intention as well, so that one day I can show it to them and say that, hey, this is you guys back then, and also for me, I get to freeze a moment in time.
Yeah.
But it's not something that I mentioned to the kids, or to a lot of people. But working on this track, it was very, very it served as a catalyst for me. Because before this, I did a lot of instrumental tracks, and
Yeah.
I've been always been doing like guitar instrumental in a very certain format, a very predictable format, like the Kelvin Young format thing, like. But ever since I started working with the kids, and incorporating vocals inside there, I began to explore and experiment a lot more in that scope.
Yep.
So now a lot of my songs actually just have vocals in them, though they're not actually singing or saying any words. They're just like singing the melody along with the line, and that's become kind of like my sound kind of thing. Yeah.
All right. So it's opened up a whole new way of making music for you, isn't it?
That's why sometimes I say, like what Darren says as well, taking a break is actually good.
Yep.
Sometimes having that space for you to just reevaluate everything and get new ideas, and like, boom, you might have a moment and it's like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
I can do this. I could do this. I can just do this and make it work. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like with what you're doing, like fusing in vocals into like your guitar lines, that is kind of like a jazz thing also. That I just
Yeah.
thinking about it, because like guys like George Benson and whatever, when he hums his tune, he's also playing it too, So yeah, for example, like let's use the McDonald's theme, the ta da ta ta ta, right? So yeah, so
Yep.
you use that, I mean, as a vocal line. But if you were to play a guitar lick over it, then it becomes, more. There's more color to it. Yeah, so
Okay.
it's kind of like a
Yes.
thing
Yes.
that jazz people often do. I would say lah.
True.
Yeah, but in the
Yes.
context of rock,
Yes.
it's rarely ever done lah, I feel.
Yep.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
it's not really explored that much.
Yeah.
That is true. So yeah. With regards to that, yes, it's true. It's been done for a long time in the scat format.
Yeah.
Jazz players do it a lot.
Yeah.
But I don't want to just do it that way. So like in this song, if you actually listen carefully, there are many sections in the song where the whole harmony or the rhythm section are actually the voices.
Yeah.
So I actually did not play like rhythm guitar or anything like that.
Yeah.
I actually had the voices do the layers that's required for the
Yeah.
harmonies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah. a slightly different approach to that. But yes, it's true what you said, Darren. That it's kind of like an expected thing in jazz, like people scat along with their instruments. But in rock and I don't know if it's my music is still considered rock at this point. But yeah, I think experimental music it's something that is worth
It's
exploring.
called dinosaur
Definitely.
rock. So, what has this whole experience taught you, though? Moving forward from here, what have you gathered from that whole experience working with your children, infusing them into your music?
I think the most important thing and the biggest take home for me, and maybe for anybody else who is listening out there, would be that if you have a wild and wacky idea, you got to learn not to be afraid of it. And if you really want to make it work, you got to commit to it.
Absolutely.
So like sometimes, I still do teach online guitar lessons, and I do have some students, and sometimes they ask me things about, what does it take to be unique and different. I said, I don't think it's really that difficult to be different in whatever you do, but whether or not you want to commit to it, to be actually, to sound different, to look different, to be different, that's another thing.
Correct.
Now, when you do it half, like halfway, half-heartedly, or not really fully committed to it, people won't buy it.
Yeah.
I don't think people will buy it because, it's not going to get the reaction you want either,
Correct.
But when you're really deep into it and you really want to do it, people can see that.
Yeah.
And that is that thing that's going to make you unique and different. So that commitment needs to be there. So like, hey, you want to do a track that you don't want your guitar to sound like a guitar anymore. You want your guitar to sound like maybe like a keyboard, which is what I'm going for. Then go all the way. Don't just do it half. Just make it sound like something else. And if you want to use vocals like on a guitar track like mine, I told myself, don't just feature a little bit of vocals. Go all the way. Make it a big thing so that when people hear it, people can actually know. It's part of the song in a big way.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that commitment is important in whatever you want to do, especially when you're doing something creative.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do something different, you've got to be really invested in it. And then
Absolutely.
people can see that.
Absolutely. So do not produce half-baked stuff. I have a different word to use, but because we're keeping it clean, we'll do it that way. You have to be 100% invested in what you do. Absolutely.
I mean, but at the same time, being unique is also being just about your branding. It's the way you look, the way you speak, the way you behave. I mean, it's like right now, making music is one thing, but it's also really about branding and branding yourself as an artist versus being a musician. These are two very, very different things. I know a lot of
things.
I know a
Yes.
lot of artists, but I also know a lot of musicians. And
Yes.
and for musicians to be artists, that is where the hard work comes in lah. Because it's not just the music making portion already. It's your branding where it's
Yes.
like I said earlier, how you post on social media and all these things, because it has all become a part
package.
of it's a package, and for many years people have always talked about, oh, the package, wow, can she
Yeah.
sing, can she dance, or stuff like that, is she pretty, I'm, like all these things, I mean, they're not superficial, it's just the standard of how things are nowadays, and that's just how it is.
That's true. That's true. I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So, what did you love the most about working on this track?
Having the kids, hearing the kids over and over again. When you work on the track, you have to like listen to it a million times. Right?
Did you get bored? Did you ever
don't have
get
a
bored
choice.
though?
No, because this is such a new thing. This is such a new thing, and I've been wanting to do something different and new for a long time. So this was pretty exciting for me in a way. It's like, hey, as I'm doing the track, as I'm making the track, as I'm recording it, it's very fresh to me because everything that's happening, in real time, it's new. So like, I can't believe it's sounding like that now. I can't believe I'm doing this now. So it's new and it's cute. So when I was doing it, it was pretty exciting in that sense.
Okay, so for those people who are so used to a Calvin Young song, right? A track, right? When they listen to this one, how do you think they're going to react?
Well,
Are they going to be like, hey, really or
I
not this one? Correct or not this fella's one? You know?
I don't know, but I hope it finds them well. I think I did not go overboard like too crazy and wild with the guitar noodlings, with this track. I wanted a very different sound from what I used to do. So I actually told myself that I'm gonna write something that is very singable.
Okay.
So the direction I'm going for is like it's still very guitar oriented, but it's definitely something people can hum along with.
Okay.
Yeah.
And at the very least, if they can't hum along with it, they will still say it's cute. So yeah.
So is this going to be a track that's going to stick in people's mind? Like, for instance, Walk the Dinosaur, right? If you talk about dinosaur, that's the first track that people would think about, right? So now, when people think about dinosaur, will your dinosaur party come to mind?
Well, the only way to find out is to play the song a few times, and you tell me after that.
So fingers crossed it
I can't. I
happens.
can't. It's a pretty biased opinion if it's going to come from me, and if I'm going to say yes, it's going to stick in your mind. You're going to be so hooked. It's going to be so. What a biased opinion, right? So, yeah, I mean, you guys be the judge of that. So, yeah, you tell me if I did something right or wrong.
Yeah, I think like the way the song opens, it immediately would catch like a person's attention already, and then when it hits the chorus where it's the singable part, that is it's definitely something, yeah, that it's definitely different from what you've done before, because previously it's all like wow, 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 but it appeals to musicians and guitarists, but
Yeah.
right now it has a more, like, it's got a larger like range of audience in that sense. The way the song is crafted, it's still got a very the progressive rock element, it's still got the elements that musicians would be keen to listen to, and there's also the pop element where it's open for everybody lah. And I think that's something good lah, and that's definitely something that you did right lah for this one especially.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Which
So there's
I
more
think-
depth in this particular track, isn't it?
I think for a big part of what I was doing when I was producing this was I kept reminding myself to stop thinking like a guitar player, stop being a guitar
How do you
player,
do
and
that?
just write. Well, I think having an objective would be very, very helpful.
Yep.
Like I did tell myself that, hey, I think Darren knows this as well, and some of my close friends know this as well. It's usually very hard sometimes. One of the hardest questions that I get asked a lot is like, if I were to put your music into a genre, what would it be? And it's like, I'm actually not very sure because it's constantly evolving. But I think my music would find its way very well into video games. So I tell people video game music. So using that as an objective,
Yeah.
it's something that I use to remind myself, Kelvin, think video games, like if you were playing a video game, would it be enjoyable to be playing a video game with this track, playing in the background? So a lot of the tracks, I was working on during this period, I wanted it to sound like that. So it's like very much more video gamey than anything that I've done before. And so I actually had that as my guiding template. So I had to tell myself, stop thinking like a guitar player, stop being a guitar player. I know you want to do all that thing, but just don't do it.
A conscious effort to
Don't
remind
do it.
yourself.
Yes. It's very funny because some of the tracks, I would lay a track
Yeah.
and I would take a break and I would come back and I would listen to it and it's like, nah, that's too indulgent. It's like, let's take that out now. It would have been something I would have enjoyed doing maybe a couple of years ago. I would have kept that take, but now maybe not. So yeah.
All right. So we've lost Darren for a while. Have we got you back?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got him back.
I'm back.
All right. So if you just joined us, this is Pop Up Stage with Darren and Mag. Our first guest for this afternoon is Kelvin Young. He's all the way from Penang and he's just dropped a track today. Where is it available, Kelvin?
It's on Spotify. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah,
The
it's
track is
available on
called
all
Yeah, it-
platforms, I would say. Yeah.
All digital platforms,
Yeah,
huh?
it's yeah.
Okay.
It's released. I released this track under Darren's label, so maybe Darren will talk a little bit about it.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So yeah, so it's available on all platforms, all digital music platforms, Spotify, iTunes, YouTube Music, and all the usual stuff, lah. But yeah, so I spoke to Kelvin and I said, hey, I'm building like an Honest Music Records as a label. Of course, the name has always been there as a gig organizer. Initially it was just meant for billing, but since the lockdown, I've signed a couple of artists, and I said, okay, I think it's time to just kick it up a notch and function as a as a proper label, lah. Yeah, so I spoke to Galvin, and he said, hey, I have a song coming out. So I was like, okay, cool, this is perfect, let's do this, lah. Yeah, so yes, that is how it all came about, lah. Yeah.
Brilliant. So it's available now. You can go check it out. It's called The Dinosaur Party. It's different from all Calvin's previous tracks. It's going to be an exciting one for you to explore.
Yeah.
So I think it's time for us to play you the preview
Exactly.
right here
Let's
on
do
Pop
that.
Up Stage. One. Woo! Congratulations on your track. Is this the first track for this year, or you released a few before this already?
This year, okay, during the early part of this year, I did a lot of cover music, actually, rearranged covers. Because, before MCO happened, I do play in a cover band as well,
Yeah.
Because just like what Darren mentioned, I'm also like a working musician as well as an artist. So there's two sides.
Have
two
to cari
sides to me
makan lah at the end of the day.
yeah. So there's two sides to what I do. I do all the regular cover music that cover bands do as well. I have a band, it's called the Bunga Raya Band. We do
Yeah.
functions and stuff. And I also play with a rock band that does Bahasa Melayu songs as well as Canto Rock. So that's Muffin Scars, and we do have some tracks online as well. So been doing a lot of different projects and different things leading up to this. So of course this is my own pet project lah. So yeah.
Brilliant. Okay. All right. So before we leave you, as always, after we play the preview, play a short game. It's called What's on Your Mind. So I'll ask you questions and you'll have to give us your answers. So we've got 5 questions. Pretty simple. Darren, are you there? Or are you? Okay, Steph.
Yeah. So when I switch the screen, does it go blank?
Do you want to try and switch now? See?
Yeah. Okay. So right now I'm switching to WhatsApp.
No,
Am I
just
still there?
you are still there, but you're stiff lah. So technically, yeah.
Okay. Am I moving now? Because I'm moving.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
frozen.
I'm stiff, but you can hear the audio.
Yes, can.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird, but it's fine. All right, okay, let's do this. Yeah, so this is the part where we play a game with all the artists. Well, basically, it's called What's on Your Mind. It's supposed to be quick answers lah, but we decided to really call it What's on Your Mind now, because I'm sure the answers won't be very short. All right, okay, let's do this. Okay, you ready, Galvin?
Ready?
Quick one syllable answers, is it?
No lah. It can be longer. It can be longer.
Can be longer lah. Can be longer.
Okay.
All right, okay, let's do this. Okay, first question is, if you couldn't play the guitar as well as you do now, what other skill do you wish you'd be good at?
Piano.
Wow.
Piano.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
piano.
All right.
I always wanted to play the piano, but never had a chance to really learn it properly. So
He's still
piano.
being musical instruments, Okay, since your track is called Dinosaur Party, the next 4 questions will be regarding
Dinosaur
dinosaurs.
related.
Yeah. So question 2: if you woke up tomorrow as a dinosaur, which dinosaur would you be?
Spinosaurus.
Oh, he knew that.
Okay. And what?
That's my favorite dinosaur. That's my favorite dinosaur. It's also my son's favorite dinosaur. So yeah.
Oh, no
Okay,
wonder.
okay. All right. And what would be the first thing you would do as a dinosaur? That's a tough one.
Chase after other smaller dinosaurs.
You're a bully. That's so funny. Okay.
Well, it's really hard to imagine because once you get to that size, I don't know. I really
Yes,
don't
and you're
know.
talking about
But, yeah.
Spinosaurus. Yes, definitely.
But Spinosaurus is an aquatic dinosaur, so it swims more than it's on land. But I mean, I don't know if it counts. But if I have a choice, can I be a flying pterosaur at least, so I know how it feels like to be flying?
Now he wants to change his dinosaur, lah. Fair enough. It can be
No,
any
I've got
dinosaur
a
you
favorite
want.
dinosaur, but if I want to be a dinosaur, at least I want to be a flying one.
You can explore more. Okay, number 4. Now, considering the title of your song is Dinosaur Party, right? What do you think would be the most important thing to have at a dinosaur party?
Whoa, depends. You're talking about meat-eating dinosaurs or plant-eating dinosaurs, because you can't put two of them at the same
Can
party.
you imagine
right?
if they're all at the same party? It's going to be a havoc.
You end up with you're gonna be ending up with half the amount of guests at the end of it. The plant eaters will think they are coming to a party,
And the meat
and then the
eaters.
meat eaters will see the plant eaters as the
Yeah, they'll
party.
be like, hey, the buffet is coming to us. So, okay, back to the question, what would be the most important thing to have? At your party, lah, considering the fact that you're a pterosaur right now and you have a party.
Am I still a dinosaur?
Yes, you
or
are.
a human being? A dinosaur. Let's not have parties. Let's not have parties. You know what? I'm fine with just being on the air.
I think
Okay.
if I were a dinosaur, I think I would just want to eat human beings. I guess.
Darren's even worse. At least Kelvin's gonna eat other smaller dinosaurs. Darren wants to eat human beings.
Yeah.
Okay, final question, number 5.
Okay, final question. Okay, so seemingly there is this party. Okay, what would their theme song be?
Well, it has to be this song.
Brilliant answer. So there you go. You completed all 5 questions on what's on your mind. So thank you so much, Kelvin. Before we let you go this afternoon, what else would you like to tell our viewers about Dinosaur Party, or maybe about ending 2021? Over to you.
Well, do stop by and drop by, our the Spotify page. Look me up, look up the song. It's right there. Share the song with your friends. Tell them about it, and maybe they might like it too. And do look me up on Instagram and Facebook as well. And do reach out to me or Darren if you want to get in touch.
Brilliant. So thank you once again.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you
in advance.
too.
Before before I miss the chance, Merry Christmas in advance to all the viewers out there, and of course to you two wonderful hosts as well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Can you believe it's like 2 weeks to Christmas? How
Yeah.
fast is that, man?
How fast,
Yeah. So you have.
I
fast
still
indeed,
think I'm in Okinawa. Okay, in February I was in Okinawa and I had such a good time. I still think I'm there.
So have
it's crazy.
a
These are crazy
wonderful
times.
Christmas and wonderful start to the new year as well. Stay positive
You too. You too. You
and
too.
stay wonderful. Kelvin, thank you so much for joining us on Pop-Up Stage. We'll keep in touch.
Most welcome. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you guys. Bye
Absolutely.
bye.
Bye.
Bye
See you,
bye.
man.
So there you go. Our
Alright,
first
yeah.
guest this afternoon is Kelvin Young. And don't forget to go check out his track. It's called Dinosaur Party, available on all digital platforms and now signed under the An Honest Mistake Records.
Yep.
Congratulations, Darren.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, man. So speaking of Christmas, I just want to let you guys know, whoever that's watching, that this weekend, this Sunday, okay, I am hosting a Christmas party, but it's online, okay? So I've been doing this since 2017. I've had, bands come and perform, and there were drinks and food and stuff like that. And 2017, 18, and 19, we did it. Obviously, this year, with the pandemic, and now things are open. People are allowed to travel, but we still can't have live shows. So so the entire show is going to be online. all you need to do is go to ahmxmas2020.ptix.com. That's PEATIX.com. And $35. For $35, you get to watch us play. You get to watch Nadira, Wanted Symphony, Mono Riff, uh, two new artists, Amanda Love and ST Richard. And closing the show will be Karaze. He's gonna do a DJ set, and
Brilliant.
you should definitely check it out because you don't just get music, you also get special goodies by Drinkies, Jameson, and also Burger Lab, right? So it's good lah, it's
It's
not
a whole
just
package lah, brought
it's a
to you
whole package
online.
lah. Yeah,
Ah.
exactly. So you're not just watching a show, but you're also enjoying food and drinks. So that's the best that I could do lah. Considering like
Absolutely.
we are all in the lockdown.
I think
So
what
yeah,
Darren wants to do is, previously you get to feel the whole atmosphere, right? You're at
yeah,
a party,
yeah.
you feel it. You've got your food, your drinks, your music. And this year, you don't have that luxury of being at a party, right? So he's
Correct.
bringing the party to your home with all those
Exactly.
goodies, and you just need to pump up the music and enjoy it. Okay, just
Yep.
jam at home, lah. That'd be great.
Yep.
Okay, so don't forget to go check it out. So yeah.
Mhm.
So on pop-up stage, we have two guests, and this afternoon we're down to
Yep.
our second guest. He collaborated with Marvelous Vish on
Marvelous
his
Vish,
latest
yeah.
single. Okay, and the track sounds very cool, I'd have to say. So let's.
It's got a very different vibe lah. It's not
Absolutely.
your regular hip hop track. That it's okay. In the past year, everybody's been putting two types of like if you're a hip hop or R&B artist, there are only two sounds. Okay,
Yeah.
one is the super down tempo like R&B stuff,
Mhm.
and then one is the hard pumping hip hop stuff, right?
Correct.
Which is great. Now, nothing wrong with that. But with this track, I heard it, and it is a really cool track. It's got a whole different vibe. But let us get him on and let him tell you guys what the song really is about and what it sounds like. Okay, let's bring him on. Okay, Roshan Isaac. Woo.
Woo!
Guys, what's
Hi,
up?
Roshan. Welcome to
hi,
the
hi.
show. Thank you for
Thank
joining us
you.
this afternoon.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. Are you
I
are you at are you at home in your room?
Yep, I'm at home. My room.
Okay, yeah. Where else could we be, right?
You'd be surprised. A lot of people are actually at work, okay? With the amount of
Right.
traffic I see on the roads every day, I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, we're glad to be at home. So Roshan, you just you released a song not recently, but quite a while ago, isn't it? How long ago?
I think it's about a month old now.
A month
Maybe
ago,
October.
okay. Okay, it's called Never Wanna Leave, and it's a collaboration with Marvelous Fish. Tell us more about that track.
Okay, cool. So just like what Darren mentioned earlier, it's something different. It's something on the edge because we had a lot of fusion to it. We have reggae element, we have hip hop, and if you notice, there's also like tabla and some Indian
Yes.
music in it. Yeah, so it was really cool. It was something really raw at the start. It was a fun project that me, my brother, and my girlfriend did. It was out on YouTube. It was just a fun project, and then when I met Jude from Keep It Local, and he saw the potential in the song, and I linked up with Vish, and we created something different. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I mean, like for me, when I heard it, I was like, wow, this is cool. There's the whole reggae vibe. So, I mean, like the dance hall reggaeton thing, that is last year lah. But pure like because this is not reggaeton at all. This is pure reggae. So and I feel that it's really cool to have that vibe in that song, man.
Thank you so much.
All right. So what did you want to achieve through this track?
Well, actually, so a lot of people, the mainstream media, this song basically portrays this guy, this boy chasing over a girl, and she's just playing hard to get, you see. But there is a lot other deeper meaning to it. It's actually a story about myself and
Okay.
my transformation from a dark place. So you can see some of the lyrics which states that he wakes up feeling like he has no one and he wants to go to the bar right in the morning. So that is a form of addiction and so on. And when he meets this girl, he sort of transfers that addiction energy to her, and he slowly changes himself. So yeah,
Mm.
Oh wow. Okay. So
That's
there
cool,
is a
man.
deeper meaning to the song altogether, huh?
yeah,
It's not
That's
just surface, okay?
that's how musicians write. You see, there's always like, oh, wow, sounds so happy. It must be about a girl and a boy, lah. I mean, it's always like about relationships, right?
Yeah.
But it's because that is easier to accept and to take in rather than a heavier subject, like this, like a heavy subject like addiction and stuff like that. And, it's real stuff, but put in a manner where it's easy to understand. And as an artist, you have a story to tell because, you don't just want to put out a song, oh, yeah, this one about a boy and a girl. So now you have a story to tell and you have something
Yeah, yeah.
deeper that you can share with people. And I think that's cool, man. I mean, that is really writing your heart into I mean putting your heart out there for the
Absolutely.
world to see and hear. And I think
yep.
that's cool.
Thank you, thank you.
Is the track based on a personal experience? Maybe yours or someone else that you know, perhaps?
Yeah, it is based on a personal experience, of course.
Your own one, ah?
My own one lah.
Okay, okay, okay. So it's in the past or the current relationship?
Yeah, current one.
Ah, okay, okay,
Yeah.
that's nice.
and
Okay.
and you know what? You see, a girl that stays with you through the hard times. Now those are the
To
ones that
keep.
you need to keep.
The real ones. The
Those are
Yeah,
keepers.
those
keepers.
are the real ones. Yeah. For example, let me tell you a story. Like years ago, I had a friend from Kajang, because I'm from Kajang. But so what happened was he was my basketball mate, and he got into an accident with my neighbors. Okay, as in like my neighbors were his friends also lah. So they were in a car. Then they were turning back into where our taman was, and it was raining, and he swerved, hit the divider, and then I think went into the longkang or something, and he lost both his legs. The
Oh
girl
no.
that was with him
God.
dropped him
Left
immediately,
him. Yeah.
left him immediately. Yeah, almost immediately, and it's ridiculous, right? So, but many years after, he's got like prosthetic legs. He's very positive and all that. So now he's got his own business. He's got a even hotter wife, you know, and this wife of his has stuck with him like throughout, and it's amazing, So the ones that go through the hard stuff with you, those are the ones you need to keep.
Absolutely, absolutely. And those are the hardest ones to come by the way.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
once you find them, that's like a diamond in a rough kind of thing.
Yep.
So you keep them. Okay. So, why did you choose to collaborate with a Marvelous Wish or Vish?
So when I first met him, he heard the song. So he was the one that basically digitalized the song that was at first just a raw track, right? So when he digitalized it, and then I gave him the idea of sort of like a reggae vibe, and then he said, you know what, why not we add part to it? And then I said, okay, show me what you got. And then he sort of went on the track and then just went full reggae on it. And I'm like, wow, that really, clicks in to the
Yeah.
music. So it was something different at the start. Of course, every music, it has its development stage, its changes and so on. So at the end, we came up with this beautiful product. So yeah, that's why I chose to collaborate with him.
Right.
Brilliant. What was the working relationship like though?
It was cool. Like we every session we just come over. It started in his house actually. It's just a home studio. So went over to
After
his
all, we
house.
had to stay at home anyway, can?
Actually, this was done a year back, like before
Ah,
before the MCO and so on. I think it was 2019 July when I met him.
okay.
So it's quite a long project with a lot of ups and downs to it. But yeah, every time I went to his house, we had a session. We always had a talk first, like a talking session. We always talked about each other's lives and journeys and discussed this kind of aspects before we actually got into the music. So yeah, I guess it was a good chemistry.
All right. So now that you've brought my attention to the fact that it took so long, why did it take so long? I mean, you started working on it in 2019, right? And
Yeah,
released it towards the end of 2020. So what
correct.
happened in between?
Well, okay, first off, I was still studying. I was also working part time, so
Okay.
it was kind of hard to, juggle between sessions.
Okay. Understood.
But then when MCO hit, it became even more tough, right? Because now it's like completely locked down, so we
Yeah.
couldn't do anything at that point. Um, but somehow we just managed to finish up towards September. I guess we managed to wrap everything up. Yeah.
All right. Roshan, I need you to keep your mic closer to you. Otherwise, your sound is like moving away from us. It's like
Oh,
you
okay. Is this
tenggelam
better?
sikit.
Yeah, it's much
Yeah.
better now.
Yeah. Much better.
Okay, cool, cool.
Okay. Okay. So, what did you want to achieve through this song? And do you think you've achieved it 1 month later after the song's already out there?
Yeah, actually, I had an open mind to this song. I didn't actually have that much high hopes to it, but I managed to. I checked out my Spotify artists, the count and so on.
The
It wasn't
stats.
many. Yeah, the stats. I was really happy with it. It is in a lot of uh, country. It's been
Yep.
played in a lot of other countries, and it's in playlist. And
Yeah.
yeah, I'm quite happy with it.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
That's
great.
cool,
Oh,
man. I mean, it like great tracks like takes time to kind of like simmer and be put out, you know.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that being said, I mean, is this your first ever release as an artist?
Technically, it is an official one, but I
Okay.
do have another song that I did. It was also a fun project. This was before I was with Keep It Local.
Right.
It's called Work of Art. It's
Mm-hmm.
actually for an Australian short film,
Right.
Light
Very
and
nice.
Dark. So you can check it out as well. It's on Spotify. It's called Work of
Okay.
Right.
Art. Yeah.
So
Very
this
cool.
this particular track, Never Wanna Leave You, is your official track to be released,
Yes.
lah.
Mm.
Yes.
Okay. Wow. So it's a debut on our show. So thank you. We love that and congratulations as well. Are you working on anything else?
Yes. I am working with something currently. It's a Malay song. It's due
Okay.
to release next year, sometime early next year. So that is an
Very
exciting
nice.
project as well.
Okay.
It's a completely different genre to what I just released.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm hoping to see how that excites people.
Another collaboration or
No, this
solo?
is a single solo. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Very
All right.
nice.
When people tell me early next year, I tell them, do you know in like 3 weeks' time, it will be early next year already?
Exactly.
So, not that early, huh?
Not that early. Yeah,
Okay.
probably
Very
Jan,
nice.
February around there lah.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
So, what were some of the most difficult parts working on this song?
Um, difficult parts.
Was it trying to find time to work on it?
Actually, yeah, it was the time.
Okay.
It was not more on the song because the song was actually, to be honest, pretty smooth.
Okay.
We already had an idea of how it's gonna go and so on.
Yep.
With the arrangements and everything, it was quite smooth, and most
Right.
of the harmonies were also done by vocals. I was just doing it by myself. That was something fun. I really
Mm-hmm.
liked that part. I like doing the harmonies, just
Mm.
vocals. So yeah.
Very very nice. Is there a music video for this song?
There is a lyric video. We wanted to
Okay.
shoot a music video, but
Of
it
course.
was during MCO and it
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Okay. Well, it's never too late to make one, lah. Or you can just focus and put all your energy into the next one.
Next song. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Correct.
yeah. That
All
that
right.
that one has a music video.
Oh,
Right.
already
Very
planned,
nice.
or already done.
Yeah,
Which is it?
that's already done.
Okay. Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Wow. Okay. So the next one is not going to take 1 year to,
No,
be
hopefully
released.
no.
It will be it will be released in, I'm guessing, the first quarter of 2021.
Yep, yep. I believe that once you release music, you have to like catch up with it to release the next one before your hype dies off.
You have to be consistent, huh?
That's
Yeah.
true.
Okay. All right. So where is Never Wanna Leave available right now? Is it available on all streaming platforms?
Yep, all major platforms.
Okay. Okay. And the music video is already on, the lyric video is on YouTube.
It's on YouTube under Big Lion Kingdom, Roshan Jamrock's page. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Brilliant. Okay. Anything else, Darren, that you like to ask before we play them the preview?
No, I think it's about time that we play them the preview.
Absolutely.
Let's
So
go.
here it goes. Cue preview.
Now.
Okay, let's do another intro for the preview. It's time for us to bring you Never Wanna Leave by Roshan Isaac here on AFO Radio.
Suddenly I can see that she's walking out. Her beautiful hair and a pink flower blouse. Time and time again I try to communicate, but it never did happen. She locked me out of her days. But I never wanna leave, oh no, no. Never wanna leave, never wanna leave. Even if she pushed me far from her home, far from her home. My heart is yours and I just can't wait no more. I can't wait no more. I say yes cause I'm not leaving, no, no. Never wanna leave, never wanna leave.
Woohoo! It's a really great
Yes.
track, and there's a lot more that comes after that as well. I think the rap part comes after that, and I was like
Correct.
contemplating to put it in there. I'm like, but where do I cut in between the rap? You can't stop a fella in the middle of the rap and say, stop, wait, ah. So go listen to the track. It is available online. Just curious though, Roshan, is Pavitra your girlfriend?
Yep.
Ah, thank you so much for dropping your messages. She's been, dropping messages like nobody's business. Thank you for the support.
Number one supporter.
Yeah. And I'm guessing the number one inspiration behind the song as well.
Yes, correct.
Ah, okay. That's nice. Looks like we have lost Darren completely.
Oh my
Let's give
God.
him a couple of minutes to see if we can get him back. Otherwise, we will proceed to the next segment, which is our game segment of the show. And we ask you quick questions, quick answers. It's called What's on Your Mind. I think you saw Kelvin's one just now, kan? So
Yep,
it should
yep.
be easy lah for you, okay?
Okay.
So Darren, you ready with the first question?
Yes, I am. Okay, so what is the one thing you cannot live without?
Actually, music. Like
Wow.
everywhere I go, like even when I'm driving and so on, I always have music playing. Even when I'm in the shower, I'm always singing.
Nice.
It's
Very nice.
music,
Sounds like
man.
me,
Yeah.
man.
Very nice. Okay. Now, if there is a reason that someone should leave a relationship, what would that reason be?
I guess when someone is being dishonest, like super dishonest, like when you're cheating. Yeah.
Nice. All right.
Besides that, I guess everything can be solved.
Aww. Okay.
Yeah, but you can. But here's my take. Okay, I mean, like if it's dishonesty or what, you can still work on it. But if it's somebody beating you up, like if it's a man hitting a woman or a
Domestic
beating,
violence.
yeah, domestic violence, I think that is like the biggest cause because you don't know when it'll happen again.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah. Abuse. Yeah.
Yeah, true. I just thought I put that in.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Makes sense.
so-
Yeah.
So the next question is, if you could push a button and go back to a past relationship, which one would you go back to, or would you prefer not to? I
would
think you better
prefer
say
not
no
to,
lah.
man.
Pavitra's gonna try to kill you after this.
I would really, really prefer not to because
Just
it
because your
wasn't a
girlfriend's
very-
watching.
no, actually, well, to be really frank, it wasn't a very good relationship.
Okay.
A lot of hurt and
In the past?
traumas. Yeah, in the
Yeah.
past. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
All right.
Considering now that you have a new relationship, right? If your girl left you, what is the one thing you'd miss the most about her?
That she's always there, like throughout
Aw.
everything. Like everything I do, she's always there to support me, and she's always there
Yep.
to lend a shoulder. And
Right.
Aww.
And how long
You're gonna
have
get
you
brownie
guys been-
points.
How long have you guys been together?
It's gonna be 4 years.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
She got ask you to put the ring in. Buy a ring or not?
Still young, still young.
You wait lah. Okay, after this conversation, she'll ask you, hey, when you gonna buy the ring? When you gonna buy the ring? Just wait. Okay, it's always the 4th year entering the 5th year. That's when they'll start asking. Hey, where's the ring lah? Hey, 5 years, Alright. Okay, let's go to the last question. Alright, the last question is, if your girlfriend wanted to leave you, what is the one thing about you
Mm-hmm.
that will make her change her mind?
Okay, Chop, before you answer, Pavitra, since you're watching, right, I want to know your answer. Let's see if it tallies or not, okay? What would make you change your mind if she wanted to leave you?
Okay, so don't answer yet. Let Roshan answer. Then, Pavi, you can answer, okay?
Correct. Okay, now Roshan, you can answer.
Probably because I'm such a good boyfriend.
Oh, that's lame, bro.
Cannot.
That's a lame answer.
Yeah, correct. That one is a safe answer that, it must be a quality or trait in you. Because somebody can be a good boyfriend too,
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm always helpful. Like I'm always
Okay.
there helping her with stuff, yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Pavitra
now
has
let's-
remained silent. She has not put in a message. She says, "Oh, please, that you're a good boyfriend." However, you can relax a bit because she's not going to ask you for a ring just yet because she says she's too young and she's only
Yes.
22, so that's not happening just yet. So yeah, Pavitra, you want to tell us or not? What is that one thing about Roshan that will make you change your mind if you were going to leave him? Faster, we're waiting for your answer. Che. Aduh, she hasn't answered, but hopefully her answer will come through soon. But if not, never mind. You have completed all 5 questions. Thank you so much.
Yes.
But here's a fun fact about the 4-year thing. When I was in a relationship as well, I gave my husband actually the 4-year thing. So if you don't marry me after 4 years, then let's not do this lah, because it's wasting my
Darren,
time.
you're right, Darren.
Yeah, bro, see. Because I also kenal lah, bro. And I already 11 years, still no ring.
Hey, Darren, you're damn lucky, okay? 11 years, she's still sticking by your side. That's definitely a keeper, way.
Already like married lah, so, what's a ring, right?
It's just a label.
Yeah, that's a terrible excuse, Darren.
Hey,
Okay.
yesterday I went to One Utama. I was walking around looking at rings lah, but all these shops got like all these aunties and all that. I didn't feel like going in them. Yeah, but
I was
okay,
going to
cool.
ask you, looking for which ring? Ring for her or earrings for yourself? Okay, Pavitra has replied. She says that, he helps me a lot. Sometimes he's good, too good, and it's just that your anger annoys her sometimes lah. So yeah, Roshan, you know where to work on, or what to work on at least. But it's been a really fun interview. I hope you've had fun as well. We've come to the
I had a
end
lot
of the
fun.
show already. Anything else you'd like to tell us about Never Wanna Leave?
No, I just hope everyone takes a listen and really just feels the song. Just sit down, relax, have a drink, something. Sit by a beach, whatever it is. If you're
Sit
on
by the
vacation,
beach.
yeah. If you're on vacation,
Yeah, now
'cause
can
right
go
now
to
you
the
can
beach
travel.
already.
right?
Now can go to the beach.
Until the 20th, use this time first, now to go to
Yeah.
the beach. So Roshan,
But
thank you
yeah,
so much for joining us this afternoon. I'm going to wish you all the best as the year comes to an end. We wish you a great start to 2021 as well. Yeah, and
Yep.
for that track too. So hopefully we will hear more from you.
Yeah.
In the meantime, any last words from you for all our viewers this afternoon?
No, I just thank you so much for everyone so far who have listened and shared the music around, and I hope whoever new who's listening, please do share it around if you like it. Drop by my Instagram, check out some of my covers. I also do covers, and stay tuned for the upcoming music.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's very simple. Roshan Isaac 97.
Okay, because if you just type Roshan Isaac, there's a lot of them. I tried it this morning. I'm like, where is this fella? So yeah, Roshan Isaac 97. So thank you so much for
Yeah.
joining us, Roshan. You have a
Thank
great day
you.
ahead. Yeah.
Have a great day, man.
Thanks, Mag and Darren. Merry Christmas and Happy
Merry Christmas. Bye bye. So there you go. Pop-up stage has come to the end of the show on another Friday. It has been certainly a fun one. Two completely different people, two completely
Exactly.
different songs. But that's the great thing about pop-up stage. I love that
Yeah.
because we explore so much every week. So next week it's going to be more interviews for you, and on the 25th we've scheduled a nice Christmas jam for you. Okay, so
Yeah,
a
it's gonna be
lot
good.
in store. Yeah, a lot in store. In the meantime, if you want to reach us, Darren, how do they go about if they have new releases?
Yes. So if you have new releases, regardless of genre, so if you're a metal band or you're a pop band, whatever band or whatever kind of singer you are, please, drop us an email. You can, you know what? Not email, but you can just drop us a message on the AFO Radio Facebook page, or connect with us on Instagram. You can always reach us easily. Yeah, so just send us your track, send us your profile. Just give us a little bit of a background information. Give us background information as well. Because we don't just want a blank email with a track, because then we would not know how to contact you or whatever.
We
right?
would know what
Yeah.
you're trying to tell us either.
Yeah, exactly. So make sure you guys do that. And yeah, so to end the show, I just wanted to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, because Christmas is just 2 weeks away. And I'm sure now that we can travel, you're probably going to make plans to travel home as well, to your families and all that. Or even to your, close friends, like parties from your close friends, right? So if you want to party online, you can do that with us this Sunday. All you need to do is go to ahmxmas2020.ptix.com, and there will be 7 artists performing. Everything is going to be hosted on PTix. Buy the tickets there, watch the show there. It's going to be good. So yeah, make sure you guys do that. And Honest Christmas Party happens this Sunday.
That's right. So to kick off your Christmas season, if you're not just in the mood yet, that would be a really good start to it. Okay.
Yep,
And just to add to what Darren said, if you're going to be traveling, just make sure you abide to the SOPs. Okay. Take care of yourself and your loved ones. Okay. Make sure you wash your hands, you wear your mask, be safe at all times, because we want to make sure that you're safe too. All right. So
Exactly.
till we see you again next week, same time, same place, right here on Pop Up Stage, you have a fantastic weekend ahead. Bye-bye.
Bye.